Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show this evening. I'm your host tonight, Murda, and we have a Division C West matchup for you. This is the quarterfinals. It's the number 1 seed, Guys Gems, coming in up against the number 8 seed, PsychoSwarm. So happy to have you guys be a part of this cast tonight, all of you out there in Twitch world. See, we have a little audience already. I've already reached out to the team to see if they're ready to go. But before we get started, I will go over the bands. Actually, looks like they're ready to go. So I'm going to hit start. And then I'll start talking about what happened during the map selection process at the start of tonight. So it's Guys Gems coming in with the higher seed. They had the first ban. They banned away Dragon Shire. And then PsychoSwarm decided to ban away Tomb of the Spider Queen. Guys Gems was then given the option of map pick or first pick. They decided for first pick, as you see here in the draft, as they ban away Garrosh. So that means that PsychoSwarm was able to select this map, and it is Infernal Shrines. The loser of this map will get to choose the next. This is a best of 3. Winner move on, loser go home. This is the NGS playoffs, and if you're not hyped already, you better drink some hype juice and get ready, because this is Guys Gems. They are the number 1 seed in Division C West. They're coming in with some of the craziest strategies. I've had the privilege of casting them not only multiple times this season, but I cast them last season. They were participants in the Regen Invitational that I hosted before Season 4 started. As we see PsychoSwarm ban away Diablo, so 2 very highly contested tanks already taken off the board here. I do want to say, excuse my dishwasher, which I thought would be done by now, but it is not. Shame on me. It should be done very shortly, hopefully not for too long. So if you hear that in the background, that's what that noise is. Hopefully only a few more minutes left on that. Johanna, the next tank on the list, and it is chosen by Guys Gems. That is Odin, and people do not, or teams I should say, do not ban away Odin's Johanna. And when he plays this hero, it is very successful. So for them, I think they're happy getting Johanna off the top here. TJ303 says, hello, my host Murda. Well, hello to you, TJ. Malfurion are the next picks. The first picks here for PsychoSwarm. Tax 1K, or is it pronounced Taxic, says, I don't know either of these teams. Well, get comfy, because these teams are very exciting to watch. There is Tracer being paired with Kael'thas, who should give plenty of shrine clear. But Tracer, a fantastic hero to take away, pairing with the Malfurion. I think has a good place with Malthael as well. If you throw the last rites and a pulse bomb on top of a target, it is definitely going to die. So we'll see if Tracer works after them. They got to find a support that's going to work with her, and Malfurion off the board limits the options, not too much, but definitely not the optimal hero support to pair with the Tracer. So we are in the second ban phase. PsychoSwarm on the clock. 18 seconds remaining for them, and they're going to ban away Deckard Cain. I'm actually a huge fan of Deckard on this map. He gets to throw his potions inside the shrine, and his teammates are able to walk on top of them while sustaining through fighting up against all of those skeletal defenders. And Gul'dan is the ban, so taking away a mage now from PsychoSwarm. Chat saying Murky Abathur comp incoming, insider information. If it's Murky, I'm about to get very excited. Somehow I don't think it's gonna be Murky. I have a feeling it's not actually Murky. But nonetheless, this is PsychoSwarm now on the clock. There are 3-4 picks coming up. They need a tank. They need some sort of tank. I suppose Malthael will be their solo laner, so they're looking to pick up some damage and a tank here. Which route do they want to go? I don't know. Probably a mage. Jaina's still on the board. Might be alright. Can get an ice block later in the game up against Tracer's Pulse Bomb. Varian's going to be the selection. Pairing it with a Greymane. Huge fan of this. But I think they need to find something sturdier. I don't know if Greymane's the answer, and with just a Varian, it's not the most peel in the world for PsychoSwarm. They're going to need some way to protect Malfurion, to protect Greymane. I don't know if just the solo Varian in that tank spot is going to work for them, but we'll see. Now picks 4 and 5 coming up for your Division C West regular season champions, Guys Gems. Will they move into some craziness as they are known to do? Looks like we won't be seeing their Cho'Gall here in map number 1. However, I think there's room, and yeah, okay, they're going a little crazy. It's Lily. I've seen them play this before. It's actually going to be decent up against the Greymane. It's going to keep him at bay. And the Sonya, which I don't think is the best answer for Malthael in the solo lane, because she doesn't get her Battle Rage heal now until level 7, and Malthael, at least early in this game, will have an advantage in that solo lane. However, Sonya is a fantastic pick, and I know for a fact that Guys Gems plays this hero very well, so you can't count Sonya out of this match. I think she'll be able to do just fine up there in the solo lane against Malthael. And really, the Lily is just an interesting, exciting pick. You don't see the panda often. The little girl panda is ready to throw out some cups, ready to throw out some blinds, and potentially shut down this Greymane. And even Malthael, when he's blinded, he's not able to apply his trait damage with his basic attacks. He's only limited to his E, so we'll see how that plays out for them. And final pick is gonna be Dahaka coming in. So now 2 options at what they want to do with this solo lane. Really 4 different options, because all 4 of them outside of Malfurion are known to occasionally venture into a solo lane. So we can only assume it's going to be the Dahaka, but I will not hold anything back from PsychoSwarm. We'll see if they want to swarm with some psychoness here and switch it up on these guys a bit. If I have to pick a side here after draft, I think it's Guys Gems. I like that they have a very standard comp. They have the sturdiness. Johanna's going to provide plenty of extra oomph in this battle. Having the blinds for Greymane, Lily having the blinds for Greymane, it's going to be really tough for PsychoSwarm to be dealing a lot of damage, getting past that front line of the Johanna and the Sonya. So here we are, game number 1, Infernal Shrines. And on the left-hand side, as mentioned, are your Division C West regular season champions, Guys Gems. Odin on his patented Johanna. Spoogle's going to be playing Kael'thas. Cody Kraz on his patented Tracer. Stwish, the captain, going to be playing the Sonya this evening. And White Ghost, the support, on the Lily. Over on the right-hand side, we have PsychoSwarm. Uwasiuva on the Malfurion. He's just Uas today. Cheese Sticks, the captain on the Greymane. Cujo on Dahaka. Cars and Guitars going to be playing Varian. And Magic Walrus on the Malthael. Already damage coming out quickly onto Malthael. He's going to have to use a tap, and we're only 20 seconds into this affair here. Take a look at these level 1 talents. Very standard for Guys Gems. And looks pretty standard as well. Tissue Regen, though, is a pick from Dahaka, not opting for speed. And we do see Dahaka moving up into the solo lane against the Sonya. Bottom lane, we see Malthael getting started already, but here comes Cody Kraz, looking to put some damage on. His bomb's already charged up to 63%. So he is very talented on this hero, and I fully expect Tracer to take advantage of the squishy team on the side of PsychoSwarm. Get on that Greymane, get on that Malthael. These are heroes that can die to the Pulse Bomb, and I 100% expect Cody Kraz to take full advantage of that here in map number 1. Rotations on point so far for Guys Gems. We see a camp being grabbed by Malthael. That's Magic Walrus grabbing the first Khazra camp of the game for PsychoSwarm. Now on the bot side, we see White Ghost checking that camp and realizing no one is there yet. And that's going to give enough time for Spoogles and Odin to grab the Kazu Camp on the side of Guys Gems and get back to lanes and start doing some more damage. So far, early game, slight XP advantage in favor of PsychoSwarm. But with level 4s, you have to worry about this man right here in the middle. Cars and Guitars playing the variant. Which direction will he go? I'm assuming it's going to be a taunt, but in the land of Division C West, you never do quite know which way it's going to be. There's root lands I'm not going to find. And it looks like this is going to be a contest over this Cosra Camp and some fighting happening here. Great stun onto Lily. She's able to move away. There's Greymane trying to get some extra damage, but this leaves PsychoSwarm with the Dahaka. Rush stalking down. Able to collect this. No, Cody Kraz moving in. Gonna have to recall back out though into a root. Odin applying a little bit of a condemn and the shield glare, but the camp is taken by PsychoSwarm. Fantastic job taking the fight. Dahaka Kujo making that burrow down, that brush stalk down to help his team secure that. And on a pale horse, Malthiel is already back up in that top lane collecting that XP. So I'm very impressed thus far in the match with PsychoSwarm and their ability to collect the XP in these lanes. As mentioned during the draft, they have a lot of solo laners on their team, so they're really able to pick up the slack if anyone has to leave, especially in the case of Dahaka having to make that brush stalk down to the bottom. And let's check his timer. He is just now online with his brush stalk, so he'll be joining here in this fight as soon as he gets that wave down with the Kazer Camp still pushing here in the bottom. He's gonna play to the advantage of PsychoSwarm. Here comes Dahaka in the bottom bush, gonna look for the Lily, and he does connect onto Lily. White goes falling very low, but still hasn't fallen. 150 health left, and it's Cars and Guitars, the variant, the first to fall in that, and that is a kill. First blood in the game, and I'm very surprised Lily didn't fall there. The tongue was fantastic. Just not enough quick damage coming out from Greymane, who's really their source of damage in this fight. Variant now respawned, but not before Guys Gems grabs the first Punisher of the game, and it is an arcane Punisher, one of the strongest and one of the most annoying to defend against, although it is an early Punisher. This can do some damage. Accent 56 with the bit donation, really appreciate that, my friend. Baited over the wall, the Punisher is, and it looks like it's just going to be able to get one of these towers. Will they get the second one? And yeah, they will secure 2 towers. That front wall on the mid fort is down, and that's all they're going to get, but they are very close now to picking up level 7 talents. Guys, Gems moving along this map. Sonya down here working down a tower herself. Cody Kraz now in the fray. Odin's here as well. White Ghost not too far behind on the Lily. Level 7s are picked up. Let me show you these talents. We do see Poison Spear from Sonya. We got Bullet Time. We have Blessed Momentum, Sun King's Fury, and the Serpent build continues for Lily here, which is actually a lot of fun. Able to apply blinds from ranged is Lily. If she stands behind the ally, she can throw that Serpent on them, and it's going to release a blind from the Serpent itself. So here actually is a fight breaking out as Johanna using Iron Skin and a Condemn to move on to this point. They're trying to find all the damage they can. Spookles is here. He's going to be able to spread a lot of these bombs around. There they go. They're spreading quick. But Cody Krause on the backside finds a pulse bomb onto Magic Walrus. They pick up a kill, a counter kill after the Kael'thas has died. Cody Krause finding another one. It's actually Sonya grabbing both those kills, but there goes Tracer. And those are her untouchable stacks gone. I believe she was at 3. So reset is Cody Kraz, and the camp was successfully taken away by PsychoSwarm. All the while, look at this, Dahaka up top, finding some soak for his team. And right back in the game, we're dead even on XP once again, level 8 for each teams. And yeah, I think this is going to be scouted. Odin not the fastest at clearing out this Khazra camp here. And here comes Magic Walrus. He's going to be able to see this. He's moving in. He's going to cast his Shade on top of Odin. Now the percentage damage is coming out. Here comes Spoogles on the Kael'thas, looking to get some damage on. And on the backside is Cody Kraz looking to put damage on to Greymane as Guys Gems is successfully able to complete that siege camp in the bottom side. We know the next shrine will be here on the bot as well, so I'd love to see teams start moving towards their bruisers. 19 seconds here, 30 seconds here. Those will have time to be picked up before the next shrine. Picking up some more XP, trying to work their way to level 10. These guys' gems. And with cheese sticks, the only one down here, they might be able to jump on them. Here comes Odin. Does he want to condemn this? Not yet. Does throw out a shield glare. And they are going to push behind this siege camp. Going to work down another tower, open up this wall, which will be enormous, especially if they're able to win this next Punisher, which, as we can see, will be a mortar Punisher. Sonya working on the camp top, and Malthael and Varian working on the camp on the side of PsychoSwarm. But with this siege camp still pushing by, and the shrine activating right now, this is going to be a huge advantage in the monkeys here for guys' gems. Are already getting started. Huge damage in here. They're at 4. They're working up to 5 now. 6, 7, 8. And oh wow, look at this. The Haka brush stalked in and throws a silence on Sonya. Steals away the camp successfully as Cujo. That's 2 camps now going to be pushing on the top side. Odin's here to assist. But Cujo's going to be able to get away from this. He has tissue regen, not taking a lot of damage. There is a Phoenix dropped by Kael'thas and a pulse bomb onto Magic Walrus. Not quite enough damage. Malthael's able to survive and he's able to get a lot of healing back here inside the shrine, using his Q while targeting all of these skeletal defenders. And this is the fight. Level 10 to level 11. Guys Gems looking to find damage. Cups out early now for Guys Gems. There's a burrow by the Haka on the backside. It's Magic Walrus in trouble. Swish got taunted by Cars and Guitars, but they're able to continue the damage through it. Spookles is falling low, and Last Rites on Tracer did not finish her, but Spookles could die, and he does. Malthael getting the kill. There's a great silence by Malfurion, and that's going to finish off Odin. A double kill for PsychoSwarm, and they're able to pick up the Mortar Punisher, their first Punisher of the game. All the while, the camps up top picked up a fort, and this is now going to be a enormous siege without a tank for Guys Gems. They're able to move past this wall, hopefully for them, and start damaging down this fort. Both the towers are about to die. There they go. Here's Varian. He might be looking for a taunt, but his team is picking up camps. I would have loved to see them sieging with this, but instead they're letting it expire, and they want to push out mid. They're going to find a tower here as Tracer and Lily finish off that Punisher, but the action right now is here in the mid lane, trying to find at least a well here. There's Phoenix in defense from Spoogles, trying to keep them back, but this is 6 siege mercs, and leaving it actually is going to be PsychoSwarm. Alright, so they're finding their way around the map. Siege camp on bot side has been taken. Dahaka waiting in a bush here to see if anyone wants to walk through. But it looks like Guys Gems is going to be taking a safer rotation here through their own side. Level 13 is picked up for PsychoSwarm, and a shattering throw from Varian. Primal Rage from Dahaka paired with Tissue Regen, which has been completed? Question mark? I think it's been completed. It looks complete to me. So he's going to have 60 essence at his max, and Primal Rage will be able to do a ton of siege damage as well as hero damage. Paired with this Hero Stalker, to be able to gain all that extra essence will definitely help. The Haka could be a huge answer here to Johanna and Sonya. Pulse Bomb hitting onto Malthael, but he has 150 health and he's still alive. Malfurion trying to get the Qs out on him. There it is finally. And they bait out a Phoenix. They get a tongue onto Tracer. Cody Cry is able to blink away, but it could be Greymane in trouble here. Cheese Sticks on the backside. 300 health. Great zoning roots. The silence also came out onto Johanna, and Greymane's going to be able to scoot all the way back. A great disengagement there by PsychoSwarm, as now we see on a Pale Horse Malthael trying to find Swish up here in the top lane, getting a little deep, but a huge poison spear, and look at who's coming. It's the Haka. They might find this tongue. No, it misses Cujo, not able to connect. But a great little defense from dying there by Sonya. Swish keeping himself alive. Connecting with that poison spear was all he needed to really make Malthael get scared away from completing any sort of attack there onto her. Bruiser's now spawning for PsychoSwarm on the bot side. We see Guys Gems taking full advantage of this right now, moving on to this fort. They have a couple minions here, but all they get is the well, and they're going to rotate around this map. 20 seconds on the siege camp here to my right, Ken on the one to my left here. And Shaman Camp just spawning, but Sonya having a little PTSD from the last time when Dahaka showed up. This time being very patient, waiting for her team. And this could work out for them. 14 for both teams here. All the ultimates are online. Wrath popped early there by Squish. A Phoenix is great. A Pulse Bomb gonna finish off Malthael. And Varian could be the next to go. Cars and Guitars is down. It's a 2-for-1 so far. And they're looking to find some more damage onto Greymane. It's Cody Kraz, the one who's able to push very far forward. And that's another kill onto Malthael. A quad kill for Guys Gems. Picking it up when it counts. Because right now, we see this mid-shrine has spawned, and it's gonna be the Frozen Punisher next. And Tracer's gonna move around, destroy at least the Shaman here from this camp, and protect that wall, which would get continuously pushed upon by this camp, as this is gonna be essentially a free Punisher for Guys Gems. Not much they can do in defense, as Johanna even has her hammer. She's able to spin out here. Dahaka, though, on the bot side is going to get a little cheeky, grab away this camp, the siege camp on the bot side. Sonya and Tracer working down a Shaman camp here. Malthael working on a siege camp of his own. So a lot of people split out right now, working on Mercs. Dahaka should be able to finish this, and should have a brush stalk into this fight if he wants to join it. But it looks like he's going to just walk his way up, as this Frozen Punisher should do a great job of zoning out the heroes from PsychoSwarm here, if they want to try to move forward and destroy this Punisher at all. Fort down to 30% health. Here's the most of the team, at least, of Guys Gems. The only one missing is Sonya down in the bot lane, trying to get rid of some of these camps that are threatening their keep walls. Guys Gems, they're happy. They get a fort. A little disappointed that the Khosra camp was picked up on the bottom by Dahaka, which kept Sonya from being available during that push, but they have level 16s. They have that Palantir advantage. As we see, Nerves of Steel picked up by Sonya. Sleight of Hand by Tracer. And Pick Me Up by Lily, which is going to give a bit extra healing to heroes that are about to die. Look at this. Bottom side. Guys Gems is going to be able to find a fort here for practically free. I think they have a good idea that PsychoSwarm was up top clearing a wave, and that fort has been destroyed. So now almost a full level lead of experience for Guys Gems, as they're going to pick up another wave here, get these minions pushed onto that wall, and rotate about this map. PsychoSwarm able to move through a bush, a vent, and clean up that, taking minimal damage onto their keep wall tower there. Rotations are 5-man from each side, and this is what you love to see at this time in the game, but perhaps finding an avenue for some of these split pushers like the Dahaka to find a way to get a little bit extra experience for his team. Has that brush stalk available to join in the event that his team wants to take a fight, but currently we see Kujo sticking in the 5-man, waiting to see if he can be a catalyst in one of these fights. Finding a tongue. Very patient play coming out from both sides here. I think they're waiting for some of these camps to spawn. Now we see Guys Gems setting up a bush. But on the other side, it is PsychoSwarm setting up a bush. Both teams playing very passive here. Neither wants to be the one making a mistake this late into the game, which could cost them a keep. And here come the Hearths. Not sure what the Hearths are about. I guess you're scared of a bush somewhere? Okay, so they're just going to defend this wall. Guys Gems here, they're going to work down a tower very quickly. I want to look at these stacks from Tracer. Only sitting at 4 untouchable stacks. A great burrow there, and now a tongue onto Squish. And a silence as well. This could be a kill onto Sonya, but the cups are great. A fantastic silence as well from Malfurion. Tracer finally able to double blink away and survive. So 2 ultimates used by PsychoSwarm. And we saw 2, if you want to count 3, with the Pulse Bomb used by Guys Gems. So very patient play ended up amounting to nothing for either team, but look at this. Bottom side, Siege Camp grabbed once again by Dahaka and company. And that's going to push onto this bottom keep during this top shrine. All PsychoSwarm has to do is show up here, and 2 of these lanes are being pushed. Dahaka is even going to find an extra wave here before he makes his way up there. Maybe they're not too worried about giving up this Punisher because they still have a fort in this top lane, but let's see what happens. Cars and Guitars leading the way on the variant. Pushing them out of the way and showing up Dahaka. Able to get a kill onto Lily. And Phoenix is dropped, but it's not doing nearly enough damage. Cars and Guitars is pretty low, but they need to find more. Dahaka could fall there. Cody Kraz, yes, finds the kill. What was that? It was a go for the throat coming in, but didn't finish the kill on Cody Kraz. He's still alive. And now it's a double, make it a triple kill for Guys Gems. They're able to find the kills when it matters most. Magic Walrus still here with his support. Malthael and Malfurion, mouth and mouth here, trying to save the day, but there's not much they're going to be able to do. Just too many heroes sitting in that shrine, and they're going to rotate around the map now and potentially try to find some action elsewhere. This bottom side, Kaiser Camp was able to get down one of the towers. There's a couple minions here delaying any further push. Malthael and Malfurion now going to try to grab another camp as this Mortar Punisher is pushing top lane. Is going to get this fort with ease because no one is here in defense yet. Waiting for some heroes to respawn is PsychoSwarm as Tracer and Lily are cleaning up the mess that was made by all these camps. No structures were taken by any of them. But speaking of structures, this Mortar Punisher through the fort, ready to start working on this keep wall in the top lane. And level 20s are online for Guys Gems. Take a look. Ignore Pain, Total Recall, Blinded by the Light, Master of Flames, and Jug of 1 million cups from Lily. Still missing though is Sonya and Tracer. They're not here quite yet, and they're going to have to concede this Punisher down. Phoenix is dropped, but it's not going to do too much except slow down any sort of advance from Varian and Dahaka here. Guys Gems does successfully take out that top keep wall. And still with that level 20 talent advantage, they're able to move across this map and find what they want. And it looks like they want a bush. Cody Kraz can be up front, paired with Odin. We'll see if PsychoSwarm makes the move through here. No, they decide to go through a different bush, but Guys Gems is going to be patient. Now Odin moving into a more aggressive. Here it is, finds the blind, and still has Blessed Shield available. There it is, connecting onto 2. The cups are out, and the damage is coming in. Tracer doesn't have a bomb available right now, but all this damage is going to get a double kill for Guys Gems. Dahaka showing up late, finds a tongue onto Tracer, but with a couple of extra heroes there, the towers were not only connecting onto Cody Kraz, was connecting onto, I believe, the Sonya as well. So surviving are all 5 members of Guys Gems currently, and with 2 members down, they want a keep here. Pulse Bomb not connecting, but I believe the Phoenix is online. We'll see if Spoogles wants to drop it here. They're working on this keep. Dahaka falling pretty low. Cody Kraz is here trying to do damage. The tongue does not connect from Cujo. Zoning Roots not hitting anything as well. Still 23 seconds on Varian and Greymane before they can respawn this. The Spoogles want to use that Phoenix. Dahaka very low, had to use his essence. Cujo falling low. Oh, and a great silence there by the Malfurion, but no damage was available, and that is the first keep of the game down. Destroyed by Guys Gems, and they're moving their way up to this top lane, gonna steal away a Shaman camp. But full strength is here. All 5 members now with level 20 talents. It is PsychoSwarm trying to put up some sort of counter to all of this extra siege damage we've seen. Dahaka once again splitting to this bottom camp with his Primal Rage and his full stack of Essence that he's been able to carry for most of this game. He's able to rip through some of these camps with ease. Top side we see the rest of PsychoSwarm working down this Shaman camp that's pushing. The one that was stolen away from their own side of the map. Sonya now split, trying to protect some of that keep wall damage that's been coming in. And another siege camp being picked up by Guys Gems. So really the story of this game is the timers on these camps and how frequently they've been taken by both sides. Especially PsychoSwarm have been doing a fantastic job the entire match taking control of all of this macro map pressure. The only thing missing from them is a keep. And right now, we have full strength both teams. All the ultimates are online except for Pulse Bomb from Tracer. And this is going to be an Arcane Shrine spawning up. Odin on the front line looking to put some pressure onto the Varian as he backs away. That's Cars and Guitars. We'll see if they want to re-enter. There is a root, but an Iron Skin popped early from Johanna. The Phoenix is dropped not onto anything currently, and I believe we also saw the Blessed Shield, yes, and it didn't do too much. There's a Pulse Bomb onto the Hockey. He's able to burrow down and save himself from taking any sort of damage from that. We have the Silence was played onto the Sonya, but didn't do too much as she was able to back away. Roots are great there to zone out and save Cujo here, but they got to find a way to move into the Shrine because currently, guys, Gems, they're at 33 monkeys already. Cujo's taking a ton of damage. Great silence there by Malfurion, and the damage coming out onto Cody Kraz was able to move away, but they find a kill onto Johanna, and they're looking for more. Will they find it? No, they end up losing 2 of their own. It's the Haka and Malfio falling, and Cody Kraz could be looking for more here, blinking forward. And now his untouchable stack sitting at 11, make it 12. With now 3 members down, I believe that was Greymane finally falling. Looks like Malthael used his No One Can Stop Death there at level 20 to rejoin this fight. Magic Walrus is here to help destroy this Punisher. But the Phoenix is down. There's 3 catapults here, and game number 1 is going to go over to Guys Gems. All right, welcome back to my camera. That was game number 1, Guys Gems taking it in 23 minutes and 25 seconds over PsychoSwarm. This is the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series, and who's our MVP? I mean, Sonya Swish, plenty of damage, only 1 death, 5 kills. The Siege was there. Cody Kraz doing a great job on his Tracer that he loves to play. And Odin did enough on the front line to keep his team safe as Guys Gems 15 kills to only 7 from PsychoSwarm, and that was the difference maker in this match. Got to give it up on the other side. Cujo doing a fantastic job on the Dahaka. Created plenty of push and was able to brush stalk in multiple times, finding some kills, notably on that bottom side siege camp. Here's a look at the talents, especially if you want to watch the VOD. Pause this later if you're scouting one of these teams for next week. But with that, I'm going to take a short break as I set up the next map. Got to communicate with the captains here, so hang with us. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. All right, ladies and gents, we are back and ready for game number 2. PsychoSwarm had option of first pick or map pick. They decided to go with first pick here, and it is Guys Gems map pick. They chose Cursed Hollow. Teams are in lobby. I'm waiting for Guys Gems to ready up. Looks like they are ready. So I'm going to bring us into draft number 2. If you missed game 1, it was Guys Gems taking it in 23 minutes on Infernal Shrines. But here we are in the draft, and it will be first pick this time for Guys Gems. Oh, excuse me, for PsychoSwarm. So last time we saw Garrosh and Diablo band away first. Will we see more of the same here? Or will teams finally figure out to ban away Odin's Johanna? Oh, also, if you're in chat, throw some Bob Rosses, because I'm wearing my Bob Ross shirt today. It says, ever make mistakes in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now. I love it. 15 seconds for PsychoSwarm. And they are using their full timer here, discussing which avenue they want to go, because on a map like this, we've seen Guys Gems play all sorts of strategies. It's their favorite map, and they're going to ban away Johanna. While we have a moment, I want to say thank you to all the donations that have come in this season thus far. We are at 87.18% of being fully funded for the Regen Invitational before Season 5. All the teams that have played on my channel this season are going to be invited to that, and every single bit you donate will be going towards that prize pool. So if you're a fan of Guys Gems, or if you're a fan of PsychoSwarm, throw some bits in chat and help see this event get funded. We are so close. Would love to see it happen, whether it's tonight or sometime during these playoffs. It's going to be a really exciting moment here on the stream. So if we get really close, you don't want to miss it, because some fun stuff's going to happen. But tonight, it's all about these two teams, Guys Gems and PsychoSwarm, and the quarterfinals that they are sitting in. Loser go home here, and if you're PsychoSwarm, you can't lose one more map. Malthiel banned away by Guys Gems. Alright, so Cursed Hollow, I know they played Dahaka in game number 1. I could see that returning. Cujo did a great job on the hero in the first map, and on a map this big, having global presence is actually very, very good. So I would not be surprised to see them want to move into that Dahaka sooner or later in this draft. But taking it this early, would they want to? I'm not so sure. I think they're going to want one of those highly contested tanks. The Garrosh, the Diablo, still available right now. But okay, so they grab a Greymane early, and I want to talk about this because Guys Gems are very known to play a Cho'Gall, and having the Greymane is definitely a good idea, but that was very quick. Very quickly picked up by Guys Gems. The Dahaka taken away, and they get Cody Kraz back on his Tracer. So heroes they are very happy to have right now. Uther's picked by PsychoSwarm, which should be able to do very well paired with the Greymane, getting that D-shield on top of him diving in. What other routes do they want to go? They have now the burst healing to counter the Tracer somewhat, but they need to find some tank here. I would probably want for them. It's Abathur. Oh my god, okay. I like this. This is... I don't think I've cast a Dipsy Abathur match yet all season. But now they have a clone target with the Greymane. They have the Divine Shield to put on top of the Greymane as well. These are three heroes that have fantastic synergy with each other. PsychoSwarm trying to make something happen here in game number 2 on Cursed Hollow. Ban number 2 now on the clock for Guys Gems. You're going to take away the Garrosh. I think this is a fine play. You do not want to get tossed back into an Uther stun with Greymane waiting to do all sorts of damage to you. Will we see Diablo banned here? And I think that would be a very exciting ban because it's going to push Odin very far outside of his comfort. Not having Diablo, Garrosh, or Johanna. It's going to put him onto, I believe he plays a Muradin. Would it be the Muradin? Perhaps. Instead, they're going to ban away Malfurion, which might also be a very smart ban because, oh my god. How fast is that, guys? Oh, Diggles. I talked about them last night on stream. If you didn't watch the stream last night, I mentioned we had a Cho'Gall there in game number 2, and they had a really fun name, but I said my favorite Cho'Gall name in all of NGS is Oh Diggles. It's Odin and Spoogles. Gonna be the Cho and the Gall here for Guy's Gems, and this is one of their favorite combinations to play. I'm at a loss because it looks like so far PsychoSwarm was prepared for a potential Cho'Gall. They grabbed the Greymane early in the draft. Now they can move into things like a Leoric if they want, who plays really well up against Dahaka and also very well into the Cho'Gall. And they need a tank. I don't know what tank they'd want to go with, but okay, it's going to be Maiev and Muradin. So they don't opt for the Leoric. Okay. Maiev. Is Maiev the answer to Tracer?
There is always
They leave the Ariel up for Guy's Gems, and this is now an enormously scary comp. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's see what PsychoSwarm has, because I've never seen this Cho'Gall lose a map. Guy's Gems is very successful with this composition, and will it work for them here in game number 2? This is the quarterfinals, Division C West, and they're looking to hold their seed here. Is Guy's Gems #1 seed in this bracket, and they have the first map already secured. A win here sends them on to the divisional semifinals. Will PsychoSwarm play the role of spoiler here? Will they bring it to game number 3 on the backs of an Abathur comp? Only time will tell.
Prepare yourself for battle.
On the left-hand side, we have Guy's Gems. The captain, Stwish. Gonna play the soul lane. That's the Haka. Cody Kraz once again for the second game in a row playing the Tracer. We have White Ghost to support on the Ariel, and it's Odin and Spoogles combining for O'Diggles on that Cho'Gall. On the right-hand side, we have the #8 seed PsychoSwarm. Cheese Sticks, the captain, on the Greymane. Uos is going to be playing Uther. Cars and Guitars on Muradin. Kujo going to be on the Maiev, and Magic Walrus will be your Abathur this evening. Already burrowing down to the bottom is Magic Walrus. Dahaka, fantastic hero up against Abathur. We'll be able to find him in bushes often. And already having to back up, looks like Abathur behind the wall now. Greymane's already split up top, but you can't leave this Cho'Gall unattended. So committing at least 3 heroes here is going to have to be the play, because there's really not a lot of damage here. Cho'Gall's been able to get plenty of healing from the Ariel and be doing siege the entire time. It's just very hard to kill this health bar. You see great stuns coming out, combination from Uther and Malfurion, but there it is. First blood of the game, and it's O'Diggles, the Cho'Gall, making it happen, and very healthy still here in the mid lane. Down the bot side, Dahaka gonna be able to push Abathur back because really Abby can't be doing much on his own. Top lane looks like Cheese Sticks is doing just fine there, and he's gonna make a rotation onto a Bruiser camp, or is he going to the siege? He's going to the Bruiser camp, and Maev's going to help him out here. Magic Walrus trying to find some body soak, moving out a bit. Still at mid. O'Diggles here with Cars and Guitars. Just realized I haven't shown you talents yet. Perfect Storm from Muradin. Taskmaster from Legal. Consuming Fire from the Cho. Here's Greymane working on yet another camp. Already picked up the bruisers with Maiev, and he made his way down here to the siege camp as the mid lane is getting pushed out by Muradin. Uos, the Uther player, is going to come down and help the Greymane finish this off. Just going to throw one quick heal on him and make his way back to the mid lane. Or he's going to stay close, making sure no one's going to invade that. Okay. Up top, it's... Oh, wow. I didn't see how that happened. Looks like Cho'Gall must have shown up. Found a kill onto the Abathur. So now 2 kills for Guy's Gems, and let's look at him. It's 2 handed over to Gall.
Heroes, gather tribute.
Here's the first tribute of the game. It's gonna be bot side. Cho'Gall already set up down here. Has one of his little wards showing vision to see if anyone's rotating. And it's top lane. Cujo hanging out late up against Swish, but he played Dahaka game number 1. He knows Dahaka wants this. He wants you to delay your movement down to this tribute in the bot side to be able to brush stalk in. And I don't know if this means that PsychoSwarm is content with giving this away, but for now, yeah, it looks like they are content with giving it away. They're leaving Maiev top. They didn't want to let this camp just freely push. And it's going to be first tribute handed over to Ariel and Guy's Gems. So who do you guys think is going to win this game? In chat, if you think it's going to be Guy's Gems, throw out a hashtag GG. If you think PsychoSwarm has the potential to take this map, throw out hashtag PS. And so far, though, it looks like Guy's Gems is just having their way. Anything they want on this map is theirs. They got a well down bottom, and they're working on a fort as we see Greymane and Uther trying to move their way in, but I don't think they're going to be able to stop this. And yeah, the fort is down, and they're sitting right on top of this next tribute. Abathur up top currently, Maiev in the middle with Tracer, as we see O'Diggles on the front line trying to throw out that damage. And let's look at these level 7 talents. Edge of Madness, Glimmer of Hope, Bullet Time, and Firestarter. Cujo able to connect with an Umbral Bind onto Tracer. Toadicrass falling very low, but not enough damage there, as O'Diggles is able to channel the tribute, pick up an orb for his team, and push back the members of PsychoSwarm. Now 2-0 on the tributes for Guy's Gems. But this is a level 10 composition for PsychoSwarm. They have time before they really come online in this game, and having Abathur, the clone, at level 10, getting stuff like Cursed Bullet for the Cho'Gall will definitely help. And potentially, will we see the Haymaker come out from Muradin? I think would be very exciting. I don't know if Avatar is really going to do that much for Muradin here, so maybe Haymaker is going to be a play for them. Checking out this bottom boss is Guy's Gems, and looks like they're just going to snap start it. Great macro decision here because they know they're up 2-0 in tributes, and they have time before having to really commit to a third tribute. And getting this boss is huge. Dahaka is actually sitting here, has an idea of what's going on. Mine's on the point currently. So I don't know if Swish is going to be able to do too much, but this is going to be a boss pushing down bottom lane, and there's nothing that PsychoSwarm can do at this point to stop it. It is successfully grabbed. Tribute was grabbed up top by PsychoSwarm, and they're moving on to their own boss. Is this an issue? Because this is going to be pushing past a fort onto a keep, and still no backs coming out from PsychoSwarm. Now they're starting. Uos and Cars and Guitars walking their way down. But here's the boss. It's on the bot wall. Still no level 10s for either team. Guy's Gems very close, but a couple towers here might do the trick. They're also looking to pick up a camp here. Boss taking some free damage. Uther and Muradin here smacking it away. The dwarf combination. And there's a wall down. There's level 10s picked up. And let me show you what these level 10s are. It's Shadow Volley and it's Hammer of Twilight. Now moving past the keep wall is Cho'Gall. And the entire team of Guy's Gems are looking to do damage. Shadow Bolt Volley being played, connecting onto Muradin. He silenced as well. Gonna get a cleanse and move back. Cody Kraz was looking to connect on the kill, but they're very happy right now. Guys, Gems with that siege camp, with that boss, pick up the first keep of the game, and it's very early in this one. Still no level 10s for PsychoSwarm, and they're now starting to push past the keep and trying to do some damage here. That's Crystal Aegis picked up by Ariel. No res and no diggles could be falling here, as we've seen Tracer already the first to fall. And that's going to be some more kills here. Oh, Diggles is down. Swish could be next. Jumping in deep with level 10s now is PsychoSwarm. They're trying to find this Ariel, trying to find this Dahaka. Can they make it happen? A great boop there. But Murden, dwarf tossing back in. Does he have a Storm Bolt? Doesn't need it, as Maiev finishes the kill. That is a quad kill for PsychoSwarm. They lose their keep, but they find some blood now, leading in this one 4-2. 2 being handed over to Greymane there in that fight. Found the Cho'Gall. Around on the map, we see Abathur still soaking the top lane. Swish is there on the Dahaka. This boss is still available. Swish keeping eyes on it. Tracer now gonna join as well to make sure that PsychoSwarm does not make a play onto it. Tribute about to spawn, and it's on the bottom side. The next to grab will have a curse. Both teams sitting on curse point. Knights being grabbed beforehand by PsychoSwarm, and we saw a siege camp grabbed by Guy's Gems, which will be pushing simultaneously during this tribute. O'Diggle's going to set up in a bush, throws out an Eye of Kilrog to make sure that he has full eyes on this entryway for PsychoSwarm, as now Greymane is revealed, walking into a orb there. And a lot of damage here, already starting out the fight on top of PsychoSwarm. Here's Maiev looking for an Humble Vine, but the Aegis is great. Hitting onto 2 members. Greymane falling pretty low, has to get cleansed and moves away. Uther trying to keep his members up. They find the first kill as the Haka falling. Waikos could be next. Karzagantar is very deep, but O'Diggles is also in trouble. Has to use a Twilight Hammer to knock some members back. 4 guys very low for PsychoSwarm, but so far no one's dead. Cody Kraz could clean this up with his Tracer. He's gonna look for Uther first, finds Uther. Does he find anyone else in this fight as Waikos is channeling? O'Diggle's making his way back. Pulse Bomb connecting onto Muradin. Dwarf Toss has to be used to get away. Cujo could be falling here, and does. Recall also used by Tracer at the perfect moment to survive. And that's going to be a curse. Grabbed here by Guy's Gems. And with the bottom lane keep already down, this is trouble for PsychoSwarm, because they have to pay attention here as these catapults, there's 3 in the lane, making their way down. Smartly grabbing a siege camp here, though, to help defend against that. But mid lane getting assaulted by Tracer, throwing some rounds at that tower, got it knocked out. 4 sitting at 87%, pretty low. Top lane, they're working down a fort here as well. Ariel joining Cho'Gall along with the Haka. And this fort with that siege camp will be falling. Tracer now joining all the members of Guy's Gems in this top lane. Tracer going to start working down this top wall, also trying to build up one of those pulse bombs. Cujo's here. We'll see if he wants to make a play. Stunned by the Cho. Has to move back behind the wall, and now one of the towers is down. The wall is at 25% health. It's about to fall, and there it goes. Wall is down. Here's a clone being played by Abathur. Magic Walrus is now in this fight, but getting pulled back is Karzagantar, and Muradin is down. The clone is very low as well. It's Maiev clone, and there it goes. Crystal Aegis was played onto Ariel, and Greymane looking to finish off White Ghost, but doesn't make it happen. Now Maiev putting her life on the line, kills Ariel, but might also die, as there's the pulse bomb, and see ya later, Maiev. That's a triple kill for Guy's Gems, counted as 4 with the clone dying. Uther the only one still on the map, and Guy's Gems making their way onto this boss on the top side, on the side of PsychoSwarm. And this could be their ticket to getting a second keep down here. Siege Camp still pushing, and with only Uther there, now Muradin finally rejoining his team. There's no way they're able to push past that onto this boss and defend against it. So Guy's Gems grabbing their second boss of the game, and taking a look down at the bottom, we see that one has respawned. What do they want to do, though? Do they want to push with this? Looks like they will push with this. They do want to pick up another keep, and then they might make their way down to that other boss. But for now, this is a bottom lane push with 16 so close here for Guy's Gems. Ariel still not here. Was killed earlier by Maiev, but they are very comfortable with O'Diggles piloting the Cho'Gall here, and their potential to get one of these keeps down. Level 16 is now picked out. That's a pulse bomb connecting onto Muradin, but he's going to get some healing. Cody Crash trying to keep his second win from kicking in, as on the front line, and so Diggle's moving past with that Shadow Bolt volley. Another silencing orb being thrown onto some enemies, and very low is Maiev, very low is the Muradin as well, and the kills are now starting to come out on both sides. The Haka falls, Muradin falls, and now Greymane falls. Looking for more Zodiggles. They're going to find this Maiev. No, a great blink into the Hall of Storm is going to keep Maiev alive for now, but this core is what's in trouble. Cody Kraz, O'Diggles, and White Ghost look like they have it, and there's another kill. That time it is the Abathur, and game number 2. The series as a whole handed over to Guys Gems. The number 1 seed will advance onto the semifinals here in Division C West. Let's take a look at the match summary, once again brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series, and as predicted, it's the Cho'Gall leading the way. Gall with top hero damage, also had the most siege in the game, 3 kills picked up by Spoogles. On the other side, great effort once again by Cujo, definitely the MVP of the night for PsychoSwarm, but was not enough to hold back the division champs, and advancing with ease this evening, especially there on their favorite map, Cursed Hollow. It's going to be Guys Gems moving on. Going to face up against the winner of, and actually let me pull up this bracket so I don't misspeak here. They're going to be playing up against the winner of Team Awesome Sauce and Team Mapitas. And if you want to see that match, you're going to come back right here tomorrow night. Twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I'll be casting it starting at 9:50 p.m. Eastern, 6:50 p.m. Pacific. We have Team Awesome Sauce, the number 4 seed, up against the number 5 seed, Team Mapitas. Looks like I'm going to get Cody Kraz in an interview. I'm going to hop over to a lobby, and let's see, lobby 3, please. But what a great set tonight by both teams. So super excited to see what's going to come of that match for tomorrow night, and how they'll be able to match up against Guys Gems moving into round number 2. All right, just hanging out, patiently awaiting. Looks like Cody Kraz will be joining.
Hey, how's it going, Murda?
Hey, Cody, how's it going, man? Welcome,
Yeah.
and congratulations tonight. You got to play your favorite hero, and it worked twice for you.
Yeah, that series was a lot of fun. They have improved immensely since our last games with them, but we played a very strong game, and I think we've gotten better too. So it was a fun series, and we crushed it.
You guys certainly crushed it. Map number 1, though, a bit scary. A lot of macro pressure coming out from PsychoSwarm. Was this something you guys had expected? Trying to play on Infernal Shrines, we saw the Dahaka being very aggressive, getting that bottom siege camp. Kind of, what was the scouting on that from Guys Gems?
I don't think we were super ready for the Dahaka, and it put us a little bit on our back foot, and then we're also put on the back foot. We accidentally didn't take cleanse at 7 on Lily, which was a little rough.
Yep.
But that's not the normal game plan. But yeah, other than that, once we readied the ship about halfway through and got back in and finished that game strong, and then we didn't want to see the Dahaka again, so we took it the second game.
Okay, so that was my follow-up question. The Dahaka taken with your 1-2 picks along with the Tracer, that was a direct, we do not want you having this hero again?
Yeah, that was definitely part of it. And just, to combo with the Cho'Gall to soak in the early game, it was pretty strong.
Yeah, it certainly worked out. Game 2, though, we saw them pull out an Abathur comp. Was this just, as I'm aware, I don't know if the rest of Division C West has even bothered to consider that you guys love playing Cho'Gall, but was Cho'Gall the thought the whole time, or?
Yeah, we definitely angled for it. That was a big reason to pick Dahaka Tracer 1-2 to kind of sneak it in there. But the Abathur, it's a good comp for Cursed Hollow. We just outplayed it, I think.
Yeah, definitely pre-10, before they could really do anything to the Cho'Gall. O'Diggles, as always, doing a fantastic job. You guys
they were awesome.
you got the bot fort down so early, and then the movement onto that boss. This is just a patented God's Gem strategy. It's your favorite map, Cursed Hollow.
Yeah, that's our go-to. We rode with it. We tried to go core. We got a little cross up in communication, but we still did 13%, which set it up nicely to finish 12 minutes in.
Yep. Really, the only thing left to talk about is, when does Tracer end? Are you just going to be a Tracer one trick through these playoffs, or what?
That's the dream. I've been working on other heroes to prep it for the inevitability that someone catches on. But until then, I'm happy to keep rocking it.
I mean, for me, there's three things. There's your Tracer, there's Odin's Johanna, and then there's the O'Diggle's Cho'Gall. How do you answer all three of these? Like, I don't think there is a universal answer to these compositions you guys play.
Yeah, that's kind of our feeling. And I mean, there's more than that too, right? I think Dahaka on Stwish is really strong, and Kael'thas when Spoogles plays it is really scary. So there's a lot to look out for when you're playing against guys' gems.
And that's why you guys are the #1 seed moving through the Division C West playoffs. You guys will be facing off against the winner of Team Awesome Sauce and Team Mapitas, and I have the distinct pleasure of casting that tomorrow evening. So if you're looking to do a little scouting, come stop in, 9:50 p.m. Eastern, 6:50 p.m. Pacific.
Oh yeah, you spooked me for a second. I thought you meant we were playing them tomorrow, and I was like, I'm not ready. But that makes more sense now that I think about it. I'll be watching.
Cody, before I let you go, I do want to give you the floor for shout-outs, and go for it, man.
Thanks. Shout out, I know my little brother's watching. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to my team. It was an awesome game. And shout out to PsychoSwarm. They played really well. They've gotten a lot better, and I look forward to playing them again. Shout out to NGS. This whole setup's been a lot of fun. And shout out to you for casting. It was awesome. I'm sure it'll be fun to watch back.
My pleasure, as always, my friend. Congratulations once again. Excited to see you guys play next week in the semifinals, the divisional semifinals at least, and hopefully for you, move on to that coveted finals round, where really I think the biggest threat is it Rush B coming in as #2 seed, or am I reading this wrong? Massive Whiff. Sorry, they're the #2 seed.
Yeah, there's a couple real strong teams on the other side, so we're looking forward to see who shakes out on top of that.
All right. Well, thank you once again, everyone. That is Cody Kraz, who joined me for this interview. I am Murda, and that's all we have for this evening. Once again, if you want to catch more NGS action, Division C West quarterfinals once again tomorrow night. It's going to be Team Awesome Sauce up against Team Mapitas right back here, twitch.tv/MurdaRG. And that'll be going on 9:50 p.m. Eastern, 6:50 p.m. Pacific tomorrow evening. Hope to see you there. But for now, that's all we got, and we will see you later. Peace.